The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Well, this defense for the Pats, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
He'll buy some time right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, tried to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Matt Judon there to bring him down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A give right side now to Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense. And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up two.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his target, Harris. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Patriots.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On the handoff, Stevenson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They hand this off to Harris. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Felton to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A carry here for Hunt, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Melvin Ingram, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Off the play fake. Jones. They'll roll him out right. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Jones. Off play action. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
On the give, this is Harris. About 3 yards there to the 27. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Back to throw. Jones letting one go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Browns drive about to get started. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
A give running right is Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now from back at the 9 after that last play, this is 3rd and goal. Handoff comes to Chubb. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and is taken down right after. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Succop's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Jones now on first down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked by Riley Harrison, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a hard.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Looking to throw. Jones escaping the pressure right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And got his man complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Mike 22 is coming. 22 is coming. Mike.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Pats take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 17-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down right around the 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 27, Jones. And his pass incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to look downfield for Henry. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. They run it again with Chubb. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Chubb on the counter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Flushed out right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. Sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And Jones will hit the deck here. And he is able to pick up the 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
64 yards on the ground for him so far. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the fourth quarter. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. To throw is Watson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A give. This is Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
A run for Nick Chubb. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll wind up picking up about 4, as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. They pitch it to Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out first downs.
An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now Chubb. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. And that's on the guard, Wyatt Teller. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, Chubb. A little second effort there on the strong run. And then drop just inside of the 20. 70 yards rushing for him now to this point.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball on the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. They go with Chubb on second down. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. On now is Ryan Succop for the field goal try. He made his only attempt earlier. This for the win. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that ball, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'll be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the